Welcome back to the channel, guys. So in this video I have the Tonsen ARTTOYS Warped Vengeance. This is their version of Trunks. This is version 5A. This is what their box art looks like. Their boxes look pretty dope for their, now they're starting to make full figures. This is the same company that made the BUUTENKS kit and Vegeta head sculpts and other accessories that at least I hope we all seen. So now they're making full figures here as Trunks falls off of the turntable. So this is what the box art looks like. Cover art and a little bit of posing in the back. Really cool box. So we'll get into the figure now. I already pulled everything out of the box this time because there's a lot of accessories. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different faces. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pairs of hands. He comes with a sword and the sword sheath with the strap. We have sword accessories, and we have a swappable jacket to give him a different pose. And then these are for his pockets. So, and then 2 head sculpts. One is a base form, one is a Super Saiyan head. This version comes with the base form with the windswept hair that we'll take a look at. And then version B, I believe it came with 2 different Super Saiyan versions. So we'll go ahead and go over this base form head sculpt first. So this looks pretty sick. I chose this version because I thought it was closer to the anime colors, but you can correct me if I'm wrong because that's yellow. And then we'll look at the sword sheath after. So this is what the straight face looks like. This is a comparison between SH Figuarts and Tonsen ARTTOYS. I think Tonsen ARTTOYS, all the other accessories and things like that they've made, they got really good details. So it's all preference at the end of the day, but I think Tonsen ARTTOYS is winning this figure battle so far. We'll keep this head to make some comparisons to that in a second. Next, we have a yelling face, base form. That looks pretty sick. Teeth gritting face. We have like a happy looking face. That's pretty cute. We have a looking to the side face, capturing Trunks' likeness pretty well. I can already see that the chin looks different. And then next is like a crying face or like a shocked face. So so far these pegs look the same, but just to confirm that, this is the SH Figuarts head sculpt. So we'll see if this fits inside of here. And does it fit? Let's see if I can force it in. That's a pretty tight fit, and I don't think it's gonna go, but I'm sure you can make some adjustments. But for whatever reason you will want to put this in here, it can possibly fit if you tried to push it in a little bit harder. So this is what these pegs look like, and we'll go ahead and try to get this out of the way if SH Figuarts fits inside of Tonsen ARTTOYS. So this one can actually fit. I think it's because Tonsen ARTTOYS is kind of like a little bit softer plastic. So this is what that would look like on the Tonsen ARTTOYS head sculpt, which is a little gappy. I'm not sure if you would want to do that or not, but just for any questions on if they're swappable, I guess you can say they are. So here's what the crying face looks like on there. So next we have the swappable bang here that we could play around with. We'll go ahead and put the yelling face on for this part. This is what the pegs look like, and this definitely gives a different look here. I see some paint peeling. Maybe I should peel this off before I try to put this on because it's going to be hard to get it in there. So yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Oh, there you go. So it does go in, and this is what the windswept hair looks like on the base form head. And they were selling some windswept hair sculpts for Trunks, but now you get one with your Tonsen ARTTOYS kit. So next we have Super Saiyan heads, teeth gritting face looking to the side. Here's the difference between SH Figuarts and Tonsen ARTTOYS, night and day. And then we have a yelling face, Tonsen ARTTOYS, looking super sick. I like the yellow that they chose. Is more of like the lighter, paler yellow, versus SH Figuarts is like the just straight up yellow. So those are differences between the faces. We could just go over these hands real quick, really quick. We have open palm key blast hands. We have some karate posing hands. We have some sword sheath hands that we can just put on there real quick to see how that works. That one fell, so I'll grab the other one. So that fits on there just like that, and that's pretty sick. Next we have the sword holding hands. Pretty basic stuff there. And then we have like the, you know, pretty much key blasting hands here. So those are pretty nice. Put that stuff to the side. Next we have the jacket. This captures the look of, if you search up on Google and you type in Trunks, they kind of have him like standing like this with the Super Saiyan head on. So we'll see what that looks like on the figure shortly. Next we have the sword in its sheath, and this is what the sword looks like outside of the sheath. So I chose 5A because I thought that it matched up with the Trunks from SH Figuarts, but SH Figuarts has the 5B color, I believe. So, but that's okay. And here's the differences between the sheaths. One's red with a little bit more detail. The other one is like a brownish color. This is what the differences in the swords look like. So I think SH Figuarts has a little bit more detail in their sword. There was an extra accessory that you could have gotten for this figure that comes with like a better looking sword, I guess, but I didn't get that. There was also some arms. So this is how this pegs in. And now we finally get a magnet that everybody was excited about, including myself, because every time you put this on Trunks, it always pops off. So let's see how strong this magnet is. It doesn't have to be super strong, but at least, you know, we want it to at least hold it. Oh wow, it looks like my magnet just fell out. So it's strong enough to get stuck. Did it break completely? I think it broke off. Well, my magnet fell off, so I'm gonna have to glue it back in. So I would say be careful with that. But at least the magnet works. So the magnet is supposed to go in there, and I could just use some super glue to put that back in, so no problem. QC issue, I guess so, but that's not bad. So that's what the sword looks like. Next we have some sword accessories. This goes right inside of this slot here, so we can capture that look of him cutting down Frieza. Here's the extra piece that goes onto that. You're gonna slot these in right here. Fits in pretty tight, and then you can get like a flight stick and, you know, kind of have it like so. So that looks pretty good. We'll put that down to the side for now. So, and then these last pieces are to put his hands in his pants. So we'll see what those look like. So to get this guy off the turntable and take a closer look, super excited about this guy, as I almost knocked down the whole camera and everything. So looking up close, this is the last straight looking face, and we can get a real quick comparison between the two faces. That's what the faces look like. I would say that just right off the bat, looking at these two figures, right? Because this is what the main comparison is going to come from. So we'll do it real quick. Tonsen ARTTOYS is taller, and he looks way more manly and buff. So I would consider this as the Trunks that came in the Android saga. First time we've seen Trunks from the future, and I will call this one like a BoJack Trunks, right? Or the Trunks that's in the Broly movie and things like that. Like, he got jacked. So it's definitely night and day here for the comparison. The grays in the pants are different. I thought I chose the right color, but these boots are yellow and like a mustard color. And then the hair sculpts are different. I lost the other bangs that go on the SH Figuarts, but they did come with one that looks like this. So those are the comparisons in height. Next, looking at the figure up close, I just think he looks super sick. I don't see much shading in the figure. We have black here with like a soft rubber plastic. His belly is like a softer black plastic. He's got yellow for his belt with the blue and red. This is like a lighter gray with no shading. Yellow for the boots, and then brown for the tip. So, and the bottom of the shoe is white. Whitish gray, and it's flat. SH Figuarts comes with like ridges, but I don't think anybody's looking at the bottom of the figure's feet. So As far as the back, no shading at all, but it's pretty good. So we'll get into some articulation here. He looks down that far. He looks far. He looks up that far. Articulation with the side to side tilt, you could kind of work it in there. One thing I was curious about is if this neck was articulated. So it's just really tight, but it slightly moves forward and backward. There is no side to side tilt there at all. We'll go over the rest of the articulation before I swap the heads out. So reaches up far. I see these butterfly joints that are really tight. You hear that squeak? So the left arm of my figure is like super tight, but nothing too crazy. It seems as though, yeah, there's a good reach to the middle. That's what the butterfly joints look like in the back. Not much gap. Again, this is a softer plastic. He has the bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. The left arm on my figure is really tight. Ab crunch with a little bit of gap in the back, but not too bad. Crunch to the back, full 360 here, splits, good. Bend his leg back, thigh swivel. Like, so far this figure feels super solid. And they were like really advertising the fact that you could really get some good bends in this ankle here. So it does bend very well. You can almost get them in like a fully flat pose, just like that. That'll look sick. And then the toe hinge. So articulation in this figure is really good. I would say that this is going to need some shock oil just to loosen that up. But so far it's okay. Let's swap out some of these accessories here. This is what the peg looks like in the inside, and it looks similar to the SH Figuarts trunk. So here's the SH Figuarts face that will fit. Yeah, it fits on this trunks, but again, I don't know why you would want to do that when Tonsen ARTTOYS has already supplied us with you know, a face sculpt that looks amazing. So let's switch out this head. And this is what he looks like with the windswept hair. Get his little foot straight, and that looks pretty tight. I really like that. Looking bulky, looking good. All of the shading is just in the actual hair sculpt. So we can swap this bang out and just get a different looking face. So that looks sick. That definitely looks like Trunks. I mean, not to say that SH Figuarts didn't look like Trunks. I mean, he did. But every time we get a new figure, it's just like more up to date, more details and things like that. So let's swap this peg out real quick to see what his sword looks like. So with the sword, you pull off this bottom. It's the same deal as SH Figuarts. Pop that on and get him in a cool little pose with that sword. That looks pretty sick, even though the face doesn't match. Let's switch this back out to something that is more suited for this sword. So that looks pretty sick. I'm sure there's many of other poses that you can do with this sword, but just to, you know, see how it works basically. So next, We could try on these palm things. So in the inside it says right, that's an R. Pop that one on there, and then obviously we only have one more, so it's gonna be left. I didn't even go over his watch. So this one comes with a watch. The other trunks did not come with a watch. A little timepiece, and it looks pretty detailed. So let's see if I put these on correctly. Is that correct? Oh yeah, so they kind of, it's got some slits right here, and I think they slit up there. But don't worry, we're gonna work this out together. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, so it definitely, just kind of turn it in and then slide it up so that it can click into this little, it's like a little groove there. So I'm sure he's not supposed to look like he's grabbing his crotch, but you guys get the point. You guys get the point. To capture the look when he is standing with the Z fighters. So let's get that straight looking face on there. Kind of get his arm back. Kind of like that, right? And this, I'm sure if it's flush, after you like work it in and things like that. But this is what he looks like with his hands in his pockets. And then unfortunately my magnet came out, but this is the look that it will capture when you have him in the Z fighter pose. I'm just over here playing with this guy in this review, but at least we get to see how everything works without, you know, jumping through screens, I guess. Hopefully that helps. So this is the look you'd capture with the hands in the pocket, and that looks pretty nice. And then last but not least, we can see how the jacket works. So you pull out this arm, just like, you know, many of other pegs that we've came across. Just kind of hold at his forearm and the elbow and just pull, and, you know, be a little careful. So let's go ahead and position this back here. And then what I'll do is I will make a head swap video for this guy to see whether or not like we can swap them out with the other Trunks figures and things like that. So so again, I'm sure that these slot in all the way, but it'll definitely take some working with that. But this is what he looks like with his jacket ripped open, and kind of like that look that you see on Google. So hopefully this covered everything, or most of it. So this is, again, Tonsen ARTTOYS Trunks. I got mine off of AliExpress.com. It seems like AliExpress is shipping out everything like a lot faster than OmniMaystore.com and other companies. Like, it's coming straight from Japan. So I can leave a link in the description below as to where I got mine from. That way, if you guys want to get yours, then you can definitely get yours. So here's a few other height comparisons that we can compare him to. Before I close out, we could look at the differences in the musculature to him and Legendary Super Saiyan Goku. So Legendary Super Saiyan Goku is still buffer. He reigns supreme. But this Trunks is not that far behind on his years of working out. So that is the differences between those two. And then his height that Goku wants to stand is more closer to like it's closer to Kong Studios height. So here's a Kong Studios Goku compared to Trunks, and he looks, you know, similar in height scale to that, because when you put him next to this Trunks, he makes his Trunks look like, you know, a teenager. So a teenager going into like adult years, I guess you can say. So if you feel like this video was helpful, you can go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to keep an eye out for my next videos to come, I'm gonna make a head swapping video for this guy, so stay tuned for that. I'll add the extra Trunks in there to see if we can swap out all these heads and things like that. So until then, thank you for watching.